Hello and welcome to the final draft analysis for Cover 2 this season. I'm Chris Pajak, this is Ste We're looking at the NFC West. We're going to kick it off with the division winners last season, 10-5 Seattle Seahawks. Now they traded down 3 times to take Malik McDowell.
Yeah, John Schneider, their GM, learned at Ted Thompson's knee. He's from the GM, from the Green Bay school, and it's a very Packers move, trade down, take picks. And then they took a guy, in McDowell, who is very much a Seattle pick in that...
Attitude issues.
Not so much attitude. He basically... They must think they can get it out. If I could trust one coach in one locker room to whip him into shape, it's Seattle and Pete Carroll. You walk into a defensive room and you've got the likes of,
They're not going to stand for it.
Sherman, Thomas, Wagner, Bennett. That's a group of alpha males, isn't it? And Malik McDowell, when he plays well, he's as good as any defensive tackle in the draft. One of the best defensive linemen in the draft. He just took too many plays off. It was like whether he couldn't be arsed, or I don't know whether he likes football that much. There's talk he might not. He's just good at it. He doesn't like it. He took plays off basically. There's times you watch him and you think, oh my God, this guy is amazing. And then there's other times when he's literally walking around. It made no sense. Talent-wise, they must think they can get the best out of him. And listen, I think Pete Carroll's a wonderful coach.
I think. Do you know what? I think he could be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it probably is. He might need one more Super Bowl ring, maybe. But he is brilliant. He's done it at college. He's done it in the NFL. And like I say, that locker room is not going to take no mess. And they all trust that their locker room will whip him into shape. And if they do, he's the defensive tackle he'd been missing since Brandon Meebane left. Like I say, it's a talent-wise, it's a coin flip. If he plays to how he should play, no-brainer. You're just worried that 2 or 3 years' time he might not even be in the league. He might not care enough.
Yeah, and we're listening with the 58th pick of the draft, second round pick for them, 26th of that round. They took Ethan Pochich to centre. Now they needed O-line help, didn't they?
Yeah, and whether he plays centre or whether he moves to guard, obviously they let Max Young go a couple of years ago in part of the Jimmy Graham trade, and Russell Wilson and that line, it's just been horrendous, and they've tried all kinds of things to fix it. They brought in Luke Jokel recently, a free agent, and I just don't think it's going to work out. I think he's terrible. In fact, Tom Cable's a good offensive line coach and he does well, but for too long they've tried to convert linemen into defensive tackles or defensive linemen into offensive linemen.
You need specialists.
Yeah, and they've done it. They drafted offensive line last year, first round, I think, and now they've gone second round. And I'd be amazed. I'd be amazed if he doesn't play. I'm sure they'll find a place for him on that line somewhere. And again, Russell Wilson. I love Russell Wilson. His issue is he's short, so if he's getting pressure down his face, that's hard. He's not going to be. He's not. Basically, he can't see it. He has to escape. And don't get me wrong, he can escape. I think he's probably the 3rd best quarterback in the league if you're ranking them. But you can't rely on you can't have him running around that much, because we saw last year he's more prone to get hurt. He done his leg, he done the ankle, and that was out the pocket. You've got to protect them better, and it's really the only weakness in Seattle was the line. I think is the line. So if he can come in and shoot, they don't even have to be top 5, top 10. They could be 15 to 20, and they'll be fine.
Question for you, Steve. Do you know much about the LSU offense? Like whether they take a lot. They used to take a lot, a lot. A quarterback stand right behind, take it from the centre, or is it more shotgun type of
a bit of both? But I mean, the offense was Leonard Fournette, wasn't it? So he just blocked for Leonard Fournette all year. That's what he done. Centre for Leonard, so centre quarterback exchange, Leonard Fournette ran right behind him, and that's what he'll carry on doing. So
my concern and why I sort of asked that question is that look, a lot of centres now, a lot of these spread offences in college, there's a lot of shotgun, and it's probably one of the most under coach techniques now in the NFL is that actually physically getting a quarterback under centre and practicing that snap is where so many of these new centres struggle. So
got to get reps.
I think we might see, if he goes straight in, I think we're going to see a lot more shotgun, and obviously that helps with him being short and stuff.
Absolutely, mate. And like I say, he's been used to blocking for Leonard Fournette and stuff, so he'll be fine. I think he'll play. I think he walks in and day one starter. He needs to be really, doesn't he, mate? Because the inside of their line has been
too many troubles,
too many average, too many bad players.
Well, we're going to move on to their 6th. It was their 6th pick in round 3. It was 42nd of that, 106th overall. It was a compensatory pick, obviously. Amara Darboh.
Yeah, Amara Darboh. So they had loads, like you mentioned, we can't go through them all because he kept trading back. They kept picking up 3rd rounders. I think it was 4 3rd rounders and a 4th and a few 6th. They had tons in a deep draft. Now, I chose to speak about Amara Darboh. in press coverage, he struggled to get off it, and he's going to have to learn how to do that, because if I'm playing Seattle, I'm going to press cover him. I'm going to get right in his face and I'm going to jam him. But where I think he could have an impact straight away is as a kick returner. I think he'd be a very, very good kick returner. Whether he sees the field as a wide out straight away, you'd probably say no, because they've got plenty of options there already, haven't they? We saw Doug Baldwin, I think, one of the most underrated players. Still,
and he's even talked about as being one of the most underrated players. So is he underrated?
Yeah, maybe he is. Yeah, maybe he isn't, maybe he is. And then Paul Richardson's emerged last year, a good player. They've obviously got Jimmy Graham, tight end / wide receiver. So they've got options. But I like Darbo, and again, I think straight away he comes in, he'll probably be a kick returner for them day one. And then he's the type of player I can see. Seattle seem to find these receivers low, just these out of nowhere. You'll see someone have a worldy game and you think, Christ, where's he done? They coach their wide receivers so well. They get the best out of them. They're not all, they're undrafted guys, the second round, fourth round picks, and they all seem to play well over there. I think they're a really, really good coaching staff over in Seattle.
And let's not discount the fact that Carroll, that spent so many years in college, now, he might not have coached these teams that he's getting players from and stuff, but it's about the NFL, and scouting in the NFL is very much about who you know.
Yeah.
And Pete Carroll will know more about those college teams than practically any other NFL coach, and because you have people that he's worked with or he's worked near.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it helps that you've worked with a group of young players.
Yeah.
You know,
how to manage them,
exactly.
But he knows how to do both.
Exactly, mate. And I think, they get the best. They probably one of, if not the best, coached teams. Them and the Patriots, you think of straight away, just in terms of scheme, in terms of attitude, in terms of technique. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe not this season, maybe the next season, you see Darbo as a starter. I think he's really, really good player.
Okay, well, we'll move on then to the Cardinals. They were 7-8 last season. Now, Hassan Reddick, first pick of the draft for them. Budda Baker, you can throw them in together because we can talk about the versatility that this defence is going to have. Yeah,
I thought Reddick and Baker might have been first round talent. So they class Reddick as a linebacker and Baker as a safety. I mean, I don't know how you tell the difference. They're very, very similar, the couple of inches between them. Baker's a bit lighter, that's probably the difference, isn't it? Reddick's a bit heavier, so he probably will be a linebacker. But you add those two into the mix with Deon Buchanan and Honey Badger, if he's back healthy, hopefully he is. I don't know how you're going to know who's playing where.
So what does this mean? Does this mean that they're not able, they don't have to substitute as often because they'll have those nickel and dime packages?
Yeah, absolutely. And they might get away with playing even more nickel than they usually have been, because if needs be, one of them can split out. So Honey Badger can go and play corner if he has to, depending on the matchups and stuff. And I just think the NFL's want mismatches and stuff, and the offenses are constantly trying to mismatch you. They want tight ends against linebackers. They want catching backs against linebackers. They want the little slot guy up against the giant tight end. The Cardinals are almost in a position now where no matter what you throw at them, they've got four guys. If you think Baker and Reddick, you think, Honey Badger's there, Buchanan's there. They lost Jefferson, but even so, Baker probably comes in, and it's like you're never going to fool them. You're very rarely, if everyone's fit, going to get them in a package where they are at a mismatch, because it's so many versatile players. It's going to be fascinating to watch. I think it's very modern. They're two very modern linebacker / safeties, whatever you want to call them. Both can cover, both can hit. I imagine you might see Baker as a strong safety for now, but I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. If you see them all moving around. As I mentioned on a previous video, the most intriguing offense I want to watch is Carolina. I can't wait to watch Arizona's defense and just see how it's very modern, very modern how they're going to move everyone. I think it's going to be fascinating.
Okay, well, obviously the one big talking point other than that, I suppose, is the fact that they didn't draft the quarterbacks thing.
Yeah, there was talk that they really like Pat Mahomes, and there was talk that obviously Kansas City felt the same because Kansas City jumped ahead of them to trade up for him, and they chose not to do anything. So Carson's going to play, and Carson Palmer, that is, he'll be fine. He's a good player. He had a bit of an iffy season last year, but there is no replacement for him. Yeah. And this was a year when they went 7-8-1, so they were picking fairly high up the draft. They're not going to be there next year. They're going to be better than that. They're going to be, hopefully for them anyway, picking in the 20s, hopefully in the 30s. And next year,
you've said it before, it's going to be a deep draft for quarterbacks.
It should be, but even that they might even miss out again. So they haven't gone for a replacement, which I thought maybe they might have took someone in the second, third round, like a Nate Peterman, Davis Webb might have been an option for them, even Kaiser if he was there and stuff. But they chose not to. They've chose to.
It's a shame because they've missed out there for me on an opportunity, not just to obviously get the replacement for Carson Palmer, but also to sit in behind Carson Palmer for
exactly, mate. But what it tells me is, you know, they've got Palmer's coming to the end, Larry Fitzgerald's coming to the end. There's talk that Bruce Arians himself is thinking about hanging the Kangol up. They might just say, you know what, let's go now. Let's fix the defence. We've lost too many players. We've lost Claes Campbell. We've lost, like I mentioned before, Tony Jefferson. Let's fix this. They've just signed Chandler Jones obviously to an extension. They've went and got 2 guys there. I can't wait to watch them on defence. It's going to be so much fun.
Okay, well, a team that I'm not looking forward to watching this season.
Tell me about it.
It's the Rams, isn't it? They went 4-12 last season.
They're so boring.
They got Gerald Everett in the first round.
Well, second round for them was, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, their first pick of the draft. He's a bit of a move tight end, isn't he? What do you know about him, Stu?
Yeah, big athlete, big tight end guy. Small, South Alabama, quite a small school again. Odd decision. I'm not sure they needed it, to be honest. I think I get it. At the end of the day, they needed something in the passing game, didn't they? Because
it's going to be a red zone threat for them.
That's his aim, and you'd imagine that's what he's there for. He can block. He's not particularly great at it. He's probably going to be swift out wide and stuff. You know, again, like a move tight end. He's going to be mainly there to pass catch, and he's Jared Goff's safety blanket. That's what they want him to be. Like him, don't love him. Again, I think like him, don't love him. That would be my one. And then second round, another one. I like Cooper Kupp, but he's just a bit slow. They've got no massive threat wide receiver. So they've got Tavon Austin. I think they signed Robert Woods. They've got Cooper Kupp, and I like Cooper Kupp. Good route runner, good hands, catches everything and stuff. Speed. He's just a bit slow.
It was a 4.6, wasn't it?
4.62. Yeah. So it's like, where's the Tavon Austin's a gadget player now. He's not. They don't really use him as like a deep threat or something. It just seems to me just a bit ploddy, a bit boring, a bit mundane. Like,
I suppose, well, playing devil's advocate on it, look, if he's a good route runner and he did well in the cone exercise as well, he can get in and out of his breaks.
Yeah.
You know, much like the tight end pick of Everett, is it a safety blanket? Is it someone, if he's a good route runner and he can get in and out of his breaks, are they looking for that separation?
That's what it is, mate. That they have to be, because, I mean, again, we're going to answer top on that. They didn't address the offensive line, really. They did a bit, obviously, in free agency. Andrew Whitworth will help for a year, but he's only there a year. He's getting old, so what's the plan? Because Todd Gurley last year, partly his fault and partly the line's fault, it was awful. You know, production-wise, if anyone, fantasy owners who drafted Todd Gurley high, like me, well, no, he killed seasons because he couldn't get, partly his fault, like I say, but there was nowhere for him to go. And, you know, they had Case Keenum in and they decided whether it was, you know, we need to play Jared Goff now. They shouldn't have. He wasn't ready, and he basically got his head kicked in a bit, and they should have sat him. But I think there might have been coaches who wanted to try and save the job.
Question about Goff.
Yeah.
Do you think he's mentally ready to be a quarterback in the NFL?
No, he wasn't at the time. He wasn't
now.
I mean, he did show signs of it, because at first he was getting happy feet. He was seeing ghosts, and rightly so, because he was pressured all the time. So you do start seeing ghosts. You feel pressure that isn't
the
there.
best. I've seen Peyton Manning see ghosts.
Oh, I mean, I've seen Tom Brady see ghosts. That's fine, but this guy's a rookie.
Yeah.
So he had no, and he was seeing ghosts, and he was feeling pressure that wasn't there. Again, he come from a completely different offense. He come from like an air raid offense. He really should have sat, but they kind of had to throw him in. I do worry for the Rams. I think the Rams are going to struggle. They've got a really good defense, and Wade Phillips is probably one of the best coordinators. He's probably a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator. I just don't know how they're going to score enough points, if I'm honest. A poor line, a pretty average quarterback. They're going to have to just rely on Todd Gurley and then maybe dump offs to Everett and Kupp, a bit of Tavon Austin. It's just not very inspiring. No,
it's not, no. And it's such a strange division, this, isn't it? Because you've got the Seahawks who are always there and thereabouts come the end of the season. You've got the Cardinals who I think can step it up big time. And then you've got the Rams and you've got the 49ers.
It gets worse.
We've come on to now, 2-14 last season. Yeah. Now, 2 great picks, I believe, and, new GM, Lynch, in charge, his first draft. He's got a new team in there with him as well. He's got Shanahan as his new head coach. Yeah. I think, what they did in getting Solomon Thomas and Reuben Foster in through the door, both in the first round, picks 3 and picks 31, is almost a miracle. Yeah,
and if anyone's read Peter King's article, if you haven't,
it's one of the best.
I imagine you go and read it. It's amazing. He was in the war room with them, and he saw their board. Number 2 was Solomon Thomas, and number 3 was Reuben Foster on their board. So when they got the phone call off the Bears to say, can we trade up to 2? They thought, worst case is they take Solomon Thomas and we'll still be Reuben Foster. Foster's off-field issues in his shoulder made them fall, and we'll come to them. But they got their 2 best players at either end of the draft. Solomon Thomas reminds me of Aaron Donald, in that they class him as a defensive end. I think he's a defensive tackle. He'll play inside, and he might split out wide on obvious passing downs. a bit like Donald is that he's a little bit undersized, but he just wreaks havoc. I think he's a really, really, really good pick. And you add him to the Forest Buckner and Eric Armstead, and you've got a bit of a, you've got a good front line there. And for them, that should create pressure because they desperately need it. And I say on Foster, as a player, I love him. I don't, again, I mentioned on a previous video, I think it was the mock, I don't mind me linebacker being a bit of a, trouble cause or whatever on the field. Off the field, you want to be nice. On the field, he kept getting injured because he kept smashing heads and he kept getting stingers. I don't mind that. I want a bit of nastiness in my linebackers, that's fine. The shoulder is a worry. There's talk that it could be serious and stuff. And worst case is, mate, again, you get 5 years of him and then you see where you are. And that might sound really harsh because he's a guy, he's a human being, but NFL teams don't really see that. They see them as assets.
Right.
And you get 4 years of him, you get a 5th year option because he's a first round pick, which helps, and then you see where you are. But it's no surprise that he went first 3 picks with defence, because I think they know the offence is a work in progress, and they probably trust Kyle Shanahan to generate offence.
Yeah.
He's the best offensive coordinator in the league, I think, and I don't even think it's particularly close, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he's real.
I must admit, like, Josh McDaniels there for me.
Yeah, I like Josh McDaniels, but I mean, it might be a bit easy when you've got Tom Brady. I don't know. It's Kyle Shanahan's turned. Kyle Shanahan's, average at best quarterback sometimes. I don't know, I'm not saying Matt Ryan's average, but Matt Ryan had his best career. Again, he got production, out of Brian Hoyer, he was going to have now. He loves Kirk Cousins. That kind of, he got production out of average quarterbacks in Cleveland. So I think he might trust himself to generate offense and he's stacked up in terms of talent on defense.
Okay, well, we'll move it on then. In the 4th round, 121st pick overall, they picked Joe Williams. Now, this is a guy whose sister unfortunately died last year. He quit playing college ball. Team asked him to come back, and he lit it up, didn't he? Yeah,
he come back and I think he got like 400 yard gains for Utah straight away, and it was really, really good. And yeah, it's a sad story. Again, if you read Peter King's article, he wasn't even on the draft board. A lot of teams thought he might have had a bit of something wrong with him, or psychological issues in terms of does he love footy and stuff. But the kid went through something that's awful. You know what I mean? People. We've got brothers and sisters, and if something happens to them, you would be. Yeah. You can imagine it would have an effect. Why would you care about football? Why would you care about anything? But if he plays, though, Kyle Shanahan apparently had a chat with John Lynch and said, "Please, can you get me this player? I've spoken to him. I like him. I know about him." I really hope for the kid it works out. If you watch his tape from those games after he come back, there's no doubt that he's probably a 2nd round pick, and I just hope that works out for him. Just stepping back one, Chris, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
if you go to pick 40, round 3, CJ Beathard, quarterback from Iowa, completely shocked me.
Where did you have him going?
I had him undrafted, 6th, 7th round quarterback undrafted. Kyle Shanahan knows more about offense than I'll ever know, and he's, like I mentioned before, he sees certain things in a quarterback that he likes, and he gets the best out of them. He's obviously seen something in CJ Beathard that I don't, or a lot of other people don't. I think I remember watching on the telly, Mike Mayock said he had him as a 6th rounder, similar to what I had him. I'm surprised. I don't see the talent. Lineage is there. Obviously, he's got the Beathard name, which helps you when you're in the NFL. But I don't know. Maybe obviously again, Kyle Shanahan sees. So I don't like it. I don't like the pick. I don't get the pick. But who am I to?
Yeah, you can't be arguing. You've just said.
Yeah, exactly. He's seen something I don't. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think Nate Peterman is a much better player. For example, you might have got Davis Webb, or so you could have done a deal for that type of player. I mean, I done a piece for my other website looking at quarterbacks in the draft, and I didn't even think to mention him as a possible, as anyone who might even consider getting drafted. So I say I'll bow down to Kyle Shanahan's knowledge for now, and I wouldn't be shocked if at some stage, if they are having a poor season, he might think, well, what's the point of playing Brian Hoyer? Let's see what we've got in CJ. And again, I don't think he's that good, but listen, Kyle Shanahan might wave his wand.
Fair enough. Okay, then we do what we'll do for the last time actually on this draft roundup now. Who do you think is going to win the division, and what order do you think those teams are going to come in?
Seattle will win the division. Cardinals second, maybe wild card. They'll probably be in the battle for the wild card. 49ers, then Rams.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. To be honest with you,
I think the Rams. I wouldn't be hugely shocked if they were. I think them and the Bears are the worst teams in the NFC. In the AFC, you're talking maybe the Jets, maybe the Browns again. I really don't like the Rams. I really don't like anything they've done. I don't like all the moves. Got a new young head coach in Sean McVay. I wish him well. He's young. I think he's like 30, 31. that's a tough job to go into, mate.
He's got the trust of the guys above him, though.
He went and got Wade Phillips, which is an absolute worldy move. But I think it's going to bottom out for the Rams. And what's interesting is if I'm right in that, they'll be at the top of the draft next year when there's a great quarterback class. What do you do? You've got Jared Goff, or do you think, you know what, do we pull the plug already? It'll be interesting if that prediction turns out right. Personally, if I'm picking 1 or 2 in next year's draft and Sam Darnold's there, or Josh Allen, or Josh Rosen, I might consider the pick and maybe trying to deal Jared Goff away. But time will tell. I suppose that's 12 months away, isn't it? But we'll see.
It's a long time away, Steve. An absolutely long time away. But I'm sure, as you said previously on another video, you will be talking through some of your prospects for next year's draft. So I'll look forward to that myself. Thank you very much for watching. As always, don't forget to comment below what you think to the video. Again, share it with your friends, thumbs up it, all that type of stuff. We'll be here all season. That's the draft stuff done. Keep your eyes peeled because we've got bigger and better stuff upcoming on the channel.